First of all, good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending upon when you're viewing this particular mission. I'm Mark Quarnke, of course, notorious for American Peril Call to Arms, and of course the new Call to Arms, The Storm Upon Us. We're also, of course, filling in the gap with the tape that you're probably very familiar with. That's why you're watching this one, called Equipping for the New World Order Part 1. In Equipping for the New World Order Part 1, we concentrated on the individual, the person. We knew for a fact that out there amongst the Patriot movement and throughout all of the militias, there are many people who do not have military experience and were in need of some guidelines, or at least some general ideas of how to establish field gear, what type of equipment to choose, and the basic necessities of the individual in the field. In Equipping for the New World Order Part 2, we're going to be covering a veritable plethora of equipment, material, and support technology that's been developed, some of it by the militia units here in the Midwest and in Michigan, and of course most of it having been borrowed from armies across the planet. Now, one of the advantages, unlike the regimented militaries under bureaucratic control, one of the advantages that we have in the militia is that we can choose what it is that works. If it works, we use it. If it doesn't, well, it gets relegated to second-line use and eventually is phased out as it tires out. But with the militia, we've been able to take equipment from many different nations around the world, and of course from many different generations of equipment inside the United States, and are able to integrate them to the needs of the specific militia formation that's in the field in its particular area, terrain, and weather environment. As originally demonstrated in Equipping for the New World Order Part 1, the regular or infantry web gear, in this case a combination of the M1956 web gear between wars, the Korean and Vietnam, and also, of course, Alice gear, we come up with what is a desirable individual system for equipment carrying. As was demonstrated, and a quick review will be necessary. First of all, the individual first aid and compass pouches were utilized. Also the M14 magazine pouch, 2-mag pouch. The individual pistol magazine pouch, circa 1910. The US M16 mag pouch. Also, U.S. canteen covers, in this case canvas with canteen cup and 2 plastic canteens from the Vietnam War era, the M1910 first aid kit, the M1956 type butt pack, and of course shelter half is provided. In addition to this, of course, other elements can be attached, many other pieces, including the old M1956 type H suspender harness, which is the original attachment, and of course Y-type Alice gear. In all cases, this individual system is customized to the needs of the individual soldier and also his capabilities. Either more or less is attached depending upon weight restrictions and also his individual field requirements for either a reconnaissance mission, combat assault mission, or long-range infantry actions of some type. Now, this is what is known basically as your fighting load, and of course there are other elements that are attached to this, including the house pack, or house load as it's called, an individual backpack chosen by the person or by the mission commander for the particular actions of that militia formation. Again, at the needs and requirements of the commander, these systems are adopted or negated in favor of newer or improved technology that may be provided to the militia. Alternate technology that's available for both the SKS, the AK-47, the AKS, AKM, the AR-15, Daewoo rifles, and many, many others in the what are considered to be the carbine category or assault family of weapons, entail different types of magazine pouches, etc. Demonstrated here from our Militia Support Industries technology, one of the many plants that have been established across the country, supporting new equipment for the militia, obviously anticipating the cutoff of resources from overseas, is the M1947 AK-47 magazine chest pouch. Now, the original chest pouch system of this type that was provided and was being imported in the United States was made in communist China and was banned from import. Now, mind you, it's important to remember that this particular chest pouch doesn't kill anybody. But obviously, the federal government or agencies of the New World Order thought that it would be a bad idea for these to be continuously provided to the Patriot movement and shooters in general across the country, because of its effectiveness as a simple carrying system to support militia operations. One chest pouch, one weapon, and off you go. Well, in this case, because these are no longer available in any large numbers and yet are still desirable and necessary for garrison duty and other operations as described in Equipping for the New World Order Part 1, the new system that is presently available, whereas the original was designed to provide carrying space for 3 or 6, 2 in each pouch, AK-47 30-round magazines. The new system, which can be altered at the discretion of the manufacturer for the needs of the shooters, is designed to handle an individual drum magazine and 2 standard 30-round stick magazines for the AK-47/AKS, or in this case a converted SKS to AK magazines. One of the new changes and an advantage in the system is that the individual chest pouch is provided with stay points for the standard field gear connectors. This means that other magazines can be attached, individual first aid pouches can be attached, compass pouches or individual first aid pouches such as this model can be attached. It is a matter of ingenuity on the part of the operator and his needs. Now, one of the important things that is stressed with militia operations is flexibility. Individual shooters have specific needs depending upon body size and structure. This is called ergonomics. In this case, this chest pouch design will be available in at least 6 different design types. It will be American made with all United States components, not made overseas. The strapping material in reality was originally provided via the great effort of World War II against the Axis powers. The canvas or sailcloth material is available in many different colors, in this case white for the test model.